Okay, now let's try to execute this thing simultaneously. So what I want is of course they are running at the same time, but what I want here is I want to execute hi and hello one after the other. So example, if you can see the output here, we are printing so many highs and then we are going for the hellos, right? How do I do that? See, the thing is you cannot control your scheduler. You can only suggest your scheduler to give the priority. So yeah, we have a concept of threads priority as well. Example, we have two threads, right? We have obj1, obj2, and we have a concept of threads priority. So let's say, I just want to understand what is the current priority of the thread. So I can say obj1 dot, there's a method called get priority, which will give you the current priority of a thread. Okay, let's try to print this. Let's see what happens. Compile, there is an issue. Okay, we forgot to put one round bracket and compile this code and run. You can see it is printing all this thing and we got thread priority where? Yeah, it's here. So you can see we got 5. Okay, so since we are starting the threads after printing the priority, you can see that's why we got the value first. But we got the priority as 5. Now what is this priority? What's the range basically? So the range of the priority goes from 1 to 10. So 1 is the least priority, 10 is the highest priority or maximum priority, and 5 is default priority, which is normal. Okay, so by default, every thread will be having a normal priority. So what you can do is you can change the priority of a thread. Maybe you want the second thread to have a higher priority. So you can say obj.set priority and you can mention the value. So of course you can mention 1, which is the lowest, or you can mention 10, which is the highest, or you can use some constants. So thread class has some constants which we can use. Example, we have max priority, we got min priority, we got norm priority, right? So if you want to specify maximum priority, you can do that with the help of this constant. Otherwise, you can also say, let's say if you want to set the priority 9, so you can say max priority minus 1, that will be 9, right? But then by doing this, it's not like you will get all hello first and then it will be high. So even if you see, we are printing hi and then it is printing hello and it's still hi, hello. It's working in simultaneously. The only thing is, when you are specifying that the priority for this thread is the maximum, you are basically suggesting to your scheduler, hey, this thread should get a highest priority. It's not like scheduler will give you that priority. Scheduler different scheduler have different algorithms to work with. And if it feels okay, now we have multiple threads and they are reaching to a point at the same time, scheduler can say, okay, now I will say the priority. Or maybe a scheduler will also see who will take the lowest time. So if there's a thread which will take less time, so it might go for that one. So again, as I mentioned, different scheduler has a different algorithm to work with. Using priority, you can only suggest what should be done. Okay, that's one. So we know now how to set the priority and get the priority. Apart from that, if you still want to make this work, one thing we can do here is, after printing hi, see what is happening is, as a scheduler will give you some time to execute, right? So let's say scheduler says, hey, thread A, you can execute for, let's say, 1 millisecond. And we were assuming that in 1 millisecond, it will print 1 high. But no, my machine is so fast. In fact, most of the machines are so fast nowadays, right? In that 1 millisecond, it is executing this number of highs. How do I control this? So one thing we can do is, after printing every high, let's ask our thread to wait. Okay, so the way you can do that is by using thread dot. There's a method called sleep. Now in this sleep, you can basically mention for how much time you want this thread to sleep. So you have to specify that in milliseconds. So when you say sleep, you are asking your thread to wait. Wait for 10 milliseconds and then continue. Okay, so what we are basically trying to do is, once you print high, this particular thread, the A thread will go into wait stage, right? Waiting stage. And then the B thread will execute hello. And again, once B thread done its work, you can just put a sleep there as well. Now the only thing is, this sleep method will throw, remember we talked about checked exception. So this sleep method basically throws a interrupted exception. So what you have to do is, we have to put a try catch, or we can say throws, but let's put try catch here. So with this suggestion, I can say surround with try catch and our job is done, right? And just to simplify this, what I can also do is I can put this in one line. So you can see we got try catch, and then just to reduce the number of lines we have, I'm just writing that in one line, the catch block. The same thing can be done for the hello as well. And you can see we got the sleep here as well. So we got two threads, and now I hope it will work. Let's compile and run. Okay, see that we are getting hi, hello in sequence. If you start from here, you can see we got hi, hello, and then go on. But if you can see, this is where you got two hello at the same time. Now, it is possible that after doing this calculation, after doing this iteration of hi, hello, two threads are going back to schedule at the same time. And scheduler has given the chance to hello first. So it all depends upon how you work with threads. How I mean, not you can only make multiple threads. It all depends upon your scheduler how to run this. And that's why when you play games, sometimes you can see some of the characters are not moving in a sequence or not in sync because the threads are not working properly there. So as a programmer, you can just optimize it more. Okay, you cannot control it. One thing I can do is if I want the hello to come after that, maybe I can just put a sleep here as well, maybe of 2 milliseconds. So I just want both of them to start with a gap in between of 2 milliseconds. So compile and run, and if you can see, I hope there will not be any hi hello which got two time print. You can see now it's all ones. It's because there's a gap in between hi and hello who reaches to the schedule at the same time. So yeah, that's how you can optimize. Again, as I mentioned, we are just trying to optimize it. There's no guarantee that you will get this output every time. Oh, we got it. Can you see that? We got two hellos here. Again, my idea was just to optimize it, and it depends upon your schedule how to work with this. Or maybe I can just, if I make it 5, then we can control that. So try this out and let me know how it is for you in your machine. So we have understood two methods, two things from this video. One is the priority. So you can set the different priority for the threads, min priority, max priority, and normal priority. And you can set any number between 1 to 10. And by doing this, you are only suggesting to your scheduler to give the current thread maximum priority if you set it that way. And then we have talked about sleep. Now, when you say sleep, it actually goes into a waiting stage. Again, we'll talk about what is that waiting stage or block state bit later. But yeah, that's a stage it follows. Yeah, so that's it from this particular video. And let's see some more concepts in the upcoming videos.